Well, it's on my way to work, you know. You're on my commute. Speaking of, I don't see Louie anywhere. If you don't know who Louie is, he's my cat who got evicted from the shop because his paw prints on new paint were, well, and paint that wasn't my paint, other people's paint. You can't train a cat not to climb on cars. You just can't do it. So, beautiful fall morning here. I just came from the house dropping off my laundry. You know all those yellow rags that are piled up in the sink that's not a sink? It is a sink, but it doesn't work. Well, so I was up there and I opened the fridge and I saw this. Yeah. Ultra sunrise. Ultra sunrise. I've never seen an ultra sunrise, but apparently I can drink one. Pretty sure my brother left that in my fridge, so thank you, brother. And I mean that in the deepest sense. I don't actually drink energy drinks. It's not my religion. It's not a, you know, I don't have a conviction against energy drinks. But if I need energy, I take one of those little 5-hour things. And it's less to drink, more long-lasting energy, and it doesn't give you a sugar crash. I don't normally take those either unless I'm driving. But you know, I can't let this go to waste. Ultra Sunrise. I'm going to put it in my beer fridge and save that for some time. I'll probably take 2 sips of it and be like, I'll just take some coffee. So, which I have, by the way. I do have coffee. It's already here in the shop. What are we doing today? That is the question. I'm so glad you're here. Again, you know, it's fun to hang out. I hope you don't get tired of hearing it, because I don't get tired of saying it, because it's true. So, all right. What we're looking at right here in front of me, if you just, you know, turn around, this is a little awkward. Just turn around, okay? Thank you. There, that's better. It's our old friend, the Roadrunner. So we're going to dive into this week. Roadrunners, just, you know, when you consider that they were the basically a no-frills car with a big motor. You know, who doesn't love that? I love it. Now everyone wants all of the options with the big motor, which you can get, and you probably could back in the day, but you could actually buy a budget hot rod, which I'm trying to think if that's even a thing anymore, the budget hot rod. The Mustang 5.0 in the 80s and 90s was a little that way. Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, we're gonna dive into this. And also probably a little bit more on Dustang and see what else shows up in the shop this week. So, yeah, let's get to it. And this awkward silence time. Okay, let's go. Now, I can hear you asking a very good question. Why are you pulling the motor on this Roadrunner? I mean, look at it. It's oil-free. It's not making any leaks. It looks pretty stock and complete. Well, I can answer your question in 2 words. Mopar. More power. More power, 2 words. Well, I guess Mopar, more power, whatever. That's the answer. So the customer loves his Roadrunner and would love for it to have more power. Now that it has had a brake upgrade, which we did in a different episode, gave it vacuum boosted brakes and front disc conversion. We put rear sway bar in it. And now he's like, okay, I like how it drives. It needs more power. So we're not just here to pull the engine and send it to the engine rebuilders. Also, the shifter mounted to the transmission is old. It's a little wonky. Doesn't always want to go in the gear you want. And so we're going to put a new shifter on it that will feel better. And then it's probably going to get a new rear end, different rear end gears, and so on and so forth. And also, there are a lot of alsos. The car eventually is going to leave my shop, sans motor, and get some paint work done on it. The car is not going to be painted completely, but it's going to get some paint work done on it. There's just some issues around the car that he wants fixed. And so my paint guy, the same guy that did the Ella, you know, the black paint on her, is going to be doing some touch up on this car. So all that to be said, let's get after it and yank this massive piece of iron. 383, that does not indicate how many pounds it weighs. It's probably more than that. So I'm gonna get to it. Hang out. I'll let you know if something fun happens. Easy peasy, lots of speedy dry. I think that's how the rhyme goes. I remember not too long ago taking this, or replacing the clutch on this transmission. And now I'm just, you know, willy-nilly taking it off again. Hang on a second, what size is this? 5/8. 5/8, oh, where am I going? Over here. So, we got the motor out. I'm just gonna separate all of the components from each other. And then call the owner. He's got his own speed shop he's taking this motor to. I don't even know what all they're doing to it. It'll just be exciting when it comes back. Also, he said he'd been having cooling problems. I don't know if you noticed, but that old radiator didn't even have a fan shroud on it. And that is probably why. So anyway, I'm going to recommend an aluminum fan replacement because there's a bunch of gunk in that radiator. Let's just put an aluminum fan on it with an aluminum fan shroud and just be done. Just be done with it. Oh yeah, this is the one I put a new retainer on. What do you know? It's coming full circle now. Full circle. Let's see, this is too big. Anyway, how you been doing? Just, you know, didn't mean to ignore you or anything. I just kind of got busy, got in my own little world. Oh, this isn't gonna work. I'm such a genius. I gotta pick this up because I need to get at the ones from the bottom. Anyway, why are you not looking at my face? It's weird. That's better. Okay. So I'm gonna pick this up and get this bell housing off, get the clutch, flywheel, all of that, exhaust manifolds, and then I'll give him a call. Tell him to come on and pick up the motor. Then I'll have to find a shelf over there for all these odd parts that I've taken off of it. Yeah. Is it quitting time yet? No, it's not. Okay, let's keep going then.
I found this on the web.
Oh, you did? Oh. Quitting time GIFs. She's so helpful. Tenor. I don't even know. I just magic. Yeah. That thing I said before, I didn't really mean it. I just assume the government's listening. I just want to make sure they know I'm sorry all the time for the things that I say. So, sorry. Okay. All right.
It's okay.
Man, that's just creepy. Okay, let's get back to this. Whoops. It's time to, sorry. Okay. It's time to transition to Mellow Yellow, the 1967 Cutlass convertible. I have received the circuit board in. You can see the pins are in place. I have a little bit of soldering to do right here. Looks like a circuit kind of came apart a little bit. So I'm going to solder this little, it looks like it's a circuit that goes to all of the lights. I don't know if it's the ground circuit or what it is, but anyway, I'm going to fix that and then start putting this dash back together. Very exciting. Very exciting. So it looks like what they did is they fitted completely new pins on it, because if you look at the back side, you can see that the new pins have they're inserted a little bit differently, and you can tell the difference between the new and the old. I wish I had had them just replace all the pins, since they didn't reuse the old ones, but you've got 6 new ones and 4 old ones. I feel good about that. So the old ones, they're connecting. It's just, I'm assuming they're also a little weak. So we'll just be very careful when we install this back in the car and make sure that we don't, you know, cause any damage to it. So what else? That's it. That's it. Just assembling this and hoping that our fuel gauge works and all of our lights work and the car works. And then we're good to go. So let me get my soldering gun out, solder this little piece on, and then we'll finish the rest of this up. All right, before I get too crazy bolting that dash in, let's turn off the lights and see what kind of dash lights I do or don't get. I'm trying a little bit different bulb in there that hopefully is brighter. And we'll just have to kind of see how it turns out. I'm a little excited about it. Oh, let's see. If I can find where I put the key. Here we go. Okay, so technically I don't need it just for the dash lights. Okay, let's see what we got here. I didn't put the center section in yet. I just wanted to see, oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. I mean, the center one's a little different color. That's weird because it's the same bulb. Huh, I'll have to play with that. But look at that. That's lit up. Let's see if my radio works. Whoops, of course it won't work because don't have the key in. Because I'm, you know, I'm just kind of smart like that. Here we go. The light goes on. Okay, we've got those lights. Let's try the turn signals. Look at that. It's not blinking. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on. I gotta unplug that. I saw a little smoke coming out of the dash. Let me just make sure I don't have anything rubbing. Stand by. I don't know what that was. Everything was lit up really nice though. Just check this. It was totally a different color than that one. Me. What's this one? No, that's a different one altogether. See if I have another one of these. I think I had one, a little different shade that sneaked in the. So first of all, the turn signals didn't flash. They were on. They illuminated. They did not flash. So I'm going to inspect my dash back here and see if I can see anything. Something was definitely smoking though. See if I can get on my back. Well, emergency averted or whatever. I readjusted. So the panic attack was when I put the dash in and I turned the turn signal on, the light stayed illuminated and didn't blink. And then I saw the dreaded wisps of smoke coming from behind the dash. So of course I shut everything down in a hurry, unplugged the battery, pulled the dash back out, made sure all of the wires, nothing was getting pinched or was backed up against anything it shouldn't be. I think what happened is the speedometer cable came out and was resting on that circuit because it was loose. I hadn't got it screwed in all the way. It is now screwed in all the way. Put the dash back in without bolting it in just to kind of get it grounded to the body. And the turn signals work, high beam lights work, all the dash lights work. The only thing I don't know is the fuel gauge. It didn't come off of E, and that was the one thing that I was hoping would be affected by repairing the pins on the dash. But we're gonna put it together and get the car outside, get it running, get it driving, and maybe it will wake that up for us. So I'm gonna kind of finish bolting things in. I'm very excited that all the dash lights work. It was the fact that if the pins weren't already broken, they were separating and causing issues. So now we've got a good platform. All right, that's the clap. Yep, okay. Everyone loves a good clap. Brake. Okay, no, I'm gonna just put the dash in. Stop being silly. Howdy, howdy. I am going to tighten this down on here, and we're going to see if the top works. Top button and all of that good stuff. The car has been sitting for a week, but the battery's been unplugged, so I'm hopeful there's enough juice to do what needs to be done. Crawling under dashboards is not my favorite thing to do, but you know, it comes with the territory, as they say. I don't know where that saying comes from, but it's the territory. All right, let's see if this top goes up. Let's see, accessory, no smoke. Look at this. Look at this. This is the dash switch working, by the way, just so you know. Battery is definitely low. All right, let's latch this bad boy up. Hopefully, for the last time this winter. Okay. All righty then. Let's see. Make sure that's on. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to put a battery tender on this just to charge this, top this battery off. And then I'm going to, yeah, send it home, I guess. As long as all the lights are working, that's what we're here for. Hang on a minute, let's roll these windows up. Well, right now, I feel a little spent. My back hurts, you know, from bending over the way it's not supposed to. And I'm, you know how when things don't go exactly the way you want the first time, you're expecting them not to go the way you want the second time either. Because, you know, your pessimism kicks in. But there's no reason why, at least that I'm aware of, that it shouldn't work just perfectly. So I'm going to piddle around, turn the lights on, make sure they all work. I will probably take the car out, take it around the block, see if the fuel gauge wakes up. If it doesn't, well, that'll be another project for another time. But yeah, LED dash lights. They're a lot brighter. So this is what I did, just for an FYI. On the, let's call them idiot lights, those are all incandescent. And turn signals, incandescent. High beam indicator, incandescent. Dash lights, LED. It includes the dash, the under dash gauges, the heater, thingamabob jigger, controls. That's what I was looking for. The radio, can't do anything with. It's internally illuminated, and we won't take that apart. So it all seems to match pretty well though. So I'm well pleased, and it should be a little bit brighter experience when you're driving at night, because these old cars are notorious for you having to squint at the dash to see exactly what's happening. So anyway, We did it. All right, let me button a few things up here, and then we'll just move on. We'll just put a pin in it. We'll just, lots of pins. Well, we put 6 pins in it, but you know, metaphorically, pin. All right. Nope, not happy hour yet.
She gives me loving like I ain't ever had. Then toss me to the curb like a dirty dish rag. Say, boys, is the juice worth the squeeze? And every night she makes me feel like a king, then treats me like a dog the very next morning. Tell me, boys, what you think? Is the juice worth the squeeze? Every time I see her, I tell myself I'm through. But I got this itch, just won't go away. She scratches it like no one else do. She got the goods that make my head spin and turn. Well, I know what I'm playing with, 'cause I keep getting burned. Oh, tell me, boys, what you think? Is the juice worth the squeeze?
Ultra sunrise. Ultra sunrise. For the most discriminating of people, of energy drinkers. Let's try that again. Ultra sunrise. Oh, I suppose I should take a sip first. Ultra sunrise. For the most discriminating of energy drinkers. Okay. Well. I don't know if you noticed, but Ella was sold today. Bittersweet, as always. I actually absolutely hate selling cars. I do, but that's what I do sometimes. So I want to keep them all. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I just want to keep them all. Ella was amazing. She's going to someone fairly local, and he's super excited, as who wouldn't be? I was excited, and anyway, tough to see her go, but going to a good home. So, is the juice worth the squeeze? Yeah, sometimes. I don't think there's real juice in that energy drink though. And I'm pretty sure there's not real sunrise in there either. All right. How do you tell which way these things go? Which holes go where? Does a big hole go in the middle? I don't know. I've never been good at wheels. No, okay, yep, okay, no, the hub's gonna turn. Yep, there we go. Yep. Oh man. Maybe I'll just come back to this. This is too hard. Okay, I'm just putting the wheels on as per you can see with your eyes, because I've got a notification from UPS that they're about to deliver carburetor. So I'm going to put the wheels on, lower this car to the ground, but I've got to show you these other wheels. So not all of these wheels match. The owner's planning on getting new wheels for it. I don't know what wheels, but you know, ones that are newer and don't have 30-year-old rubber on them. So, for warranty information, please call 1-800-731-TIRE. What is this? Swallow. ST 205 something something. Can't read it. Anyway, ooh, this has a date on it. I don't have a flashlight. It's my eyes. Can't see. That's not a 19. Unless this is like a trailer tire. It's possible. Okay, let's not, oh, hey, how about this? For trailer use only. I believe this trailer tire was just put on here to get it over to my shop. Okay, we've done detective work today. Have some more ultra sunrise. Sun is shining in my mouth. All right, let's let's find the 13th, 16ths that I need to tighten this up. Get this on the ground, but I'm going to show you these other wheels in the back first because, frankly, never seen anything like them. Maybe you have, because you're, you know, a world traveler like you are, but I haven't. Good enough. We're just going to move it over to the lift. So anyway, we're going to get this, my hope, okay? All things said, my hope is to get this thing idling so I can build some temperature in the engine, see if the thermostat opens, all of that stuff. Since we have fuel in the tank, the carburetor hopefully will be carbureting properly. Everything else is ready to go. I just have to put some coolant in it, but I can do that while it's idling. So, very exciting. We're kind of on the next step. I don't even know if it has brakes. I'm assuming no, that it doesn't. So we'll cross that bridge, you know, whenever or whatever, you know. We'll blow up that bridge when we get to it. Anyway, let me show you these wheels back here real quick before we totally go off the rails. So what we have here, check this out. So you can see the holes are elongated, and if you look at the lugs that go with it, you can see how it's stepped. So basically that step down is supposed to go inside there, and then this washer, let me stick it on here for demonstration purposes. See, this is how it goes. The washer goes on it, and then this somehow has to fit down in there, which locates the wheel. As you can see, the wheel is mislocated. It's not even centered on the hub because this one here isn't even in. It's difficult, okay? I think I had this wheel off for some reason. Maybe he did. Anyway, it's a struggle. I've never seen these. Thankfully, he's getting new wheels. But that's nonsense. I wouldn't drive that. Anyway, so let me struggle along here, try to get this hub centered so that I can roll the car. And then when the carburetor, that's the word, comes, we'll slap it on there and get this thing idling. See what happens. So, all right, grab yourself some energy drink. It's wonderful. It's just, just makes you feel alive and sick to your stomach at the same time. So it's conflicting. I'm all hopped up on energy drink. Okay, well, I apologize because I meant to have you with me while the motor was running and getting it up to temp and all that kind of stuff. But the problem is I didn't, so no explanation offered. Anyway, but let's stick our head under the hood here and I'll show you exactly what I was doing. I did end up changing the oil, as you can see by the date on the oil thing, or not, because it's too dark. So it wouldn't accept throttle. It started and idled just fine, but any amount of throttle, it would go and want to die, okay? Number one. Number two, after about a minute and a half of running, I would have fuel pouring out of these vent tubes, and it would choke out the motor and kill it. So those are two issues that I need to deal with. I solved the second issue by choking off the fuel line, and that just restricted the flow of fuel to the bowl so the carb would just burn what it needed, but that was just a temporary fix. You might be asking yourself, or me, or the universe, if this is a rebuilt carburetor, fresh, this is actually the carburetor that came on the car, why isn't the float doing float things and stopping the flow when it gets to a certain level? I too am asking myself that question. So we're together on that. It can happen when you rebuild a carburetor that you can get a little gasket material extra thick on the inside that something will hang up on, or just things hang up on the inside. It's a fresh rebuild. It sucks, but sometimes that happens. So I'm gonna have to take the car back off the car and take it apart, access the bowl, see what's happening, what's not happening. The fact that it wouldn't take throttle also makes me wonder, well, is the accelerator pump not working? I can probably just peek in here and see if it's squirting. But obviously it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing because the carb won't take any throttle input. So timing's good. All the wires are going to the right plug. The fuel pump is pumping copious quantities of fuel, and it looks like I've developed a coolant leak down here. You know, we'll figure that out. Got the battery installed. It's going in the car. So that's where we're at. That'll be next week, because you know what time it is. Maybe you don't. But what time it is happy hour. That's what time it is. Finally. It comes, you just gotta be patient, do your work, and it'll come. It'll just be like no time has passed at all. So next week, we take the carb off, dive inside, see what the deal is. I paid to have it rebuilt by professionals. I could send it back to them and just delay it. I would rather just take it apart myself and see if there's anything visually that I can solve and put it back together. It's not that difficult. Yeah, disappointing, but not difficult. So, all right. Well, I got a date for the glass. So why don't you meet me over in my office and we'll finish out the week. All right, I'm glad to see you got yourself a cup of apple juice. Cheers. Fresh apples off the tree. So next week, work on the carburetor issue, which is a little frustrating on the Dustang because I paid to have it rebuilt. But we'll just take a look at it. Maybe it's something simple. And the owner of Mellow Yellow picked up that car. That car's going into storage for the winter, and hopefully we'll see it again. It's a great car. I love that generation of the Cutlass, and yeah, it's just great. So next week, I don't even know. Do I ever know? And that's the fun of it, isn't it? You don't know what's coming next week. I actually do know something that's coming next week, but I'm not going to tell you because that would ruin the surprise. I mean, it's not a surprise. What I'm saying is, don't get excited. Just be curious. Speaking of excitement, I am excited that the Dustang is running. It's not smoking. It is doing the things. It's a fuel delivery problem, and it's pulling fuel from the tank. Yeah, it's good. We just need to solve this little issue. So until then, I just hope that you're out there working on, making plans, or dreaming about the car that you love. And if it's more than one car, that's okay. You can love more than one car. It is not against the law. So life is short. Don't drive boring cars. So what's another saying? Oh, we don't do this because it's easy. We do this because we thought it would be easy. Yeah, that's a funny one. Catchphrase. I'm just spitballing catchphrases, okay? They don't have to be original. We can rip them off the internet and just use them because, that's what everyone else does. Oh, have a great week. I can't wait to see you next week. And yeah, we do have some new stuff coming. So till then, cheers to you.